Hello team, welcome to another weekly sales meeting. We got a really great lineup this week. I'm super excited about all the content that we're going to be bringing your way this week, but I want to get started and talk about 2022. You know, we're at the midway mark of December. It's only 16 days away. The game in the year of 2022 is all purchase. There's no doubt about it. All the forecasts next year, I mean, this year, you know, we went from heavy rate and term refinance market for all of 2020 and half of 2021. Second half of 2021 has been big pickup in purchase and cash out refinances. That trend is going to start to fade off in Q1. And what we're going to see is it's going to be a purchase business for the rest of the year and for the coming years. So purchase, it's all about what? It's all about the real estate agent. It's all about the education of the consumer. It's all about driving value. And the major thing it's about is it's an emotional transaction, not a logical transaction. Refis are very logical. Customers, you know, at X rate, they're either taking cash out to pay off debt, taking cash out for a specific reason, or they're consolidating, or they're reducing their term, reducing their payments. Like, it's a very logical decision. It's all based upon that data-driven decision. On a purchase, it's an emotional decision. People are buying the house, the home of their dreams. People are very emotionally tied to that home. That's why we see homes selling for 5, 10, 15% above list price. So, you know, understanding that is critical to winning in a purchase market. Why? Because the customer wants what they want when they want it. We don't have the ability to say, hello, Mr. Customer, like, we need all the documentation up front before we pre-approve you. Like, if you don't give them what they want, what are they going to do? They're going to move on to the next loan officer. So you got to be able to be efficient. You have to be available. Saturday at 1 o'clock, they just saw a house. They need updated pre-approval. They're not going to wait till Monday. You have to be available. So it's all about making sure we're adjusting our mindset and our business to support a purchase model. And then we also have to think about what's it take to be successful in a purchase model, because this is not about database. This is about being top of mind. This is about making sure you're proactively staying in front of your real estate agents and your pre-qualified borrowers. And this is also about making sure you're available and accessible at all times. You know, this is not going to be a 9-to-5 game. Refis, there is an urgency. You know, at the end of the day, you know, the consumer already lives in the house. You know, whether they close, you know, 21 days or 30 days or 45 days, industry shows us that that doesn't matter as much. You know, the industry average is 43 days. So this transaction is all about urgency. We got to make sure we get that appraisal done. We got to make sure we're meeting our deadlines. We have to make sure that we're available to talk to the seller's agent when they're evaluating multiple options. So it's all about being consistent. It's all about adjusting our mindset. And we're really focused on all of our goals for 2022 around dominating and purchase. So I want to talk a little bit about that. Business development team, Nicole Peranio, and the team has been really focused on making sure that we got some big goals for 2022. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but it's all around the purchase business model. How can we put our loan officers in a position to have a playbook, to have the resources, to have the tools to win purchase business by developing strong partnerships with real estate agents? So I want to talk about our agent partnership playbook. Mark this down. Next, you know, December 29th, we're going to be holding a presentation here on Workplace Live for all of our team members on our agent partnership playbook. This is something that the business development team has been working on. Goal here is making sure we're putting you in a position to win. You know, what's that playbook look like? How are we going to go after real estate agents and create value? We already know that every mortgage person out there is going to go to a real estate agent and say, hey, I got low rates. I got fast service. We got low closing costs. Like, that's the normal jargon that loan officers go after real estate agents, and that's not valuable. We're focused on providing a true value proposition. You know, if you look at the real estate agent and say the consumer is your only customer, the consumer is a customer, but so is the real estate agent. If you want to build a partnership with the real estate agent, think about your relationships with, you know, the lenders that you work with. You know, hey, we work with UWM, we work with certain lenders. Why? Because it's a partnership. So, you know, same thing with the real estate agent. We got to be making sure we're providing value. So agent partnership playbook. It's all about making sure we're turning over the loan officer hat and focusing on being the coach, being the consultant, supporting the real estate agent, supporting our partner to help take their business to the next level. So the agent partnership playbook is all about putting you in the position to drive the relationship with your real estate agent and help them grow their business. So a lot of things we're going to be talking about in that presentation is, you know, database. A lot of real estate agents, what do they not have? Systems, processes, making sure we're optimizing the way they're managing their database, making sure we're optimizing the way they're staying in front of their customers, making sure they have true conversion. We talk to realtors all the time. We're buying these leads, we're buying those leads. And at the end of the day, you start to look at the conversion percentages and it gets skewed because they're mixing in all the referrals with the leads that they're buying. But when you really separate, you start to see they're not converting too many of the leads. So, that's a business that we know very, very well. And we want to make sure we're providing them with value to help them convert those leads better, stay in front of those customers longer. So, who's the audience? First-time home buyers, owners, people that might be selling home, and builders. Those are the three audiences the partnership playbook is really focused on. It's all about how we can give the real estate agent the tools to go get more builder relationships, to go get more sellers to work with them, being able to differentiate, not just by cutting their commission, but making sure we're giving them the tools to be able to say, hey, you're selling your house, it hasn't been upgraded. Here's a way for you to sell this house and present it to a buyer with upgrades included, having construction lending as an option. Like, you have to do the work for them. You have to show them how to do it, the playbook. Everybody's doing the same thing. We're going to focus on doing a different way, a better way, and providing that extra value. So, make sure December 29th that you're able to attend that. That's going to be a great, great session. And again, that's just going to be one session of many to come that's focused on building real estate partnerships. So next one, builder financing. So January 6th, we're doing a presentation on this. Herman Combs has been working on this with us out in Colorado. This is a very special partnership offering that we plan on announcing here on January 6th. And this is financing that's not available anywhere else. This is a UMortgage only offering. So this isn't a consumer offering. This is a partnership that we did with a specialized company that focuses on providing builders with financing. As you start to work with builders, one of the things you're going to learn really quickly is what's their pain point. The big guys, the Lennars, the Cole brothers, like, their pain points are completely different. But the majority of the homes that are built on an annual basis are local, regional builders. And one of the issues they have is access to capital. Like, you talk to builders enough, that's the number one thing they tell you is, they're either working with hard money lenders or they're working with, banks that have really strict guidelines and they're tough to deal with. So, we partner with a company that specializes in providing builders with great financing. The company that we're working with has a great proprietary technology platform that makes it super easy on the builder to be able to get access to that capital and get access to additional distributions as they get the financing. So, what our value proposition is to be able to go to builders and say, hey, listen, we can get you 20, 25% more capital than you're going to be able to get from a hard money lender. We can get you 30% more capital than you could get from your average builder. And we can get it faster and easier because it's all driven by a great tech platform. So, faster, easier, and more money allows that builder to build more homes quicker. And that solves a major, major pain point. So our goal is we're not going to focus on the builders. We're going to focus on our real estate agent partners and giving them the playbook. We're going to coach them up on how they can go to builders with our partnership, with the builder financing in hand, and be able to, say, hey, listen, we can get you more money. We can get it faster. We can partner with this exclusive offering through UMortgage. But here's what we want. We want to be the agent that sells these properties when they're done. We want UMortgage to be the preferred lender. Like, that's a partnership. That's a win-win across the board. Value add all the way across the board. Builder wins, they get better financing, cheaper, faster. Real estate agent wins because they get listings using our partnership playbook as an offering through this builder financing. And we win because we get to serve consumers, and that's what we want to focus on. So that's a win-win. That's another thing that we're going to be doing. Again, January 6th, mark on your calendar. Nicole Peranio and the team is working really, really hard. You're going to see a lot more offerings here, and it's all about making sure we're adding value. You can't just expect business just because you're a mortgage guy. That's not the way it works. It's about competing, adding value, making sure we're helping all of our partners take it to the next level. So I'm going to hand it off to Rob Shkreli.
Hello, UMortgage family. Robert Shkreli here, Vice President of National Accounts at UWM, and I am super excited to be on here with you, and thank you so much for having me. Let's get right into it. 2022 market update. We get this question every day at UWM. Where are rates going? How is production going to look in 2022? Look, no one has a crystal ball, but let me share with you what the GSEs and market analysts are predicting moving forward. With inflation increasing 6.8% over the same period a year ago, it has forced the Federal Reserve to consider speeding up the tapering of the purchasing of the mortgage-backed securities, which will then cause rates to rise. Fannie Mae has come out and stated that rates will average between 3.3 and 3.4%. The market is also predicting a 25 to 30% drop in overall originations. That was the market projections in 2022. Now let me tell you what we're doing here at UWM. We originated $220+ billion in 2021, which is our best year ever in company history, thanks to you, our mortgage broker partners. We are expecting to do more volume in 2022. Yes, I said more volume in 2022, even though the market is predicting us and the whole market to go down, we're projecting to go up. Even at our size, we are too small of a company to be impacted by rates. We cannot control what rates do, but what we can control at UWM is our work ethic, our attitude, and continuing to provide elite client service. Do not let negativity or market predictions to affect your goals in 2022. It is always you versus you. You are 100% in control of your overall production and your goals. Next topic, leveraging UWM. With rates rising, it comes down to two things: purchase business and client experience. Speed to close is everything in this game right now. Time kills deals. Consumers want things fast and easy. UMortgage is getting out loan approvals in 24 hours and getting to the closing table in 2 weeks, while industry average is close to 45+ days. There are also UWM exclusives that we need to take more advantage of. For example, exact rate. 60% of our business is locked at 2.74, 2.874, and 2.99 interest rates. The competition cannot offer these rates, and it forces them to go an eighth lower just to compete. For example, you can offer a consumer a 2.74 rate on an 18-day lock, which shortens the lock period and gives your client a more higher rebate, which gives them a more affordable option. Top off the exact rate with custom lock and flex term. Now we have an unshoppable loan. Also, Blink Plus, Brand 360, home listing tool, so many more things that we have to offer, including our prime jumbo products, which we also just rolled out the interest-only product as well. Partner services. We have a team dedicated to you to help with recruiting, compliance, licensing, training, marketing, and most importantly, our UWM culture. And team, to finish, clarity of purpose. What is your why? UWM's why is the mortgage broker channel. We have clarity of purpose. We have a singular focus, which is to help mortgage brokers win. We do not have a retail arm, a title company, an AMC, or any other ways to generate revenue. The only way we win is if you, the mortgage broker, wins. And don't forget, on average, consumers save $3,700 total by going through the wholesale channel. Loan officers also receive 2 referrals for every deal they send to UWM, compared to 0.7 by using any other wholesale lender. It is on us to educate consumers and bring the broker market share back to 50% where it belongs. And team, to finish, we at UWM are honored to be partners with UMortgage, and we are so impressed of how fast you have grown in such a short amount of time. There's no doubt in my mind that UMortgage will be one of, if not the biggest mortgage broker in America here shortly. Thank you so much for your time, and never relax.
Hello, UMortgage. I am back for my second time at the weekly sales meeting, and I am very excited to be here for a second time to talk about everybody's favorite subject, including mine, recruiting. It is going to be a very big initiative for our entire organization from 2021 moving into 2022 as we continue to grow and dominate the markets. So a big thing that I want to talk about today is team. Not only why it's important from a recruiting perspective, but how it really is going to add to your long-term goals. My first slide that you're going to see here is that adding a new team member is a team initiative. We talk a lot about the fact that team is everything over here, but that doesn't just mean your current team members. Your current team members are your family. They're the people you spend probably more than 40 hours a week with, but adding a new team member should be just as exciting as working with your team within a day-to-day. So that comes back to recruiting. Everybody knows someone. The same way that you're looking for additional referrals and you're asking your customers or any consumers or any realtor partners for additional referrals as you go through the entire process, your team members should be really excited about adding new members to their team. They should be talking about the fact that you're adding a new team member or just asking if people are job searching in the industry or outside of the industry. I can't tell you how successful any of our campaigns have been, from adding an internal HQ team member to potentially a branch team member once once we got those team members involved. Shannon McConnell, my senior corporate recruiter, is currently recruiting for a third-party specialist at the Utah branch, and she has been reaching out to a lot of individual team members at the Utah branch in order to be able to share directly to their networks, just because, to be honest, we don't live out in Utah, and you guys are really the grassroots campaign that's going to help us be able to bring that one home. So make sure that you are having that company-wide initiative and making sure that your team is really excited about bringing those team members on. A big reason for this, which brings me to my next slide, is the fact that recruiting requires strategy. The last time I was here, I talked a lot about structure and the fact that structure is really successful for an overall recruitment for one position, multiple positions, etc. To be perfectly honest, it's really easy to add one team member, maybe even 2 or 3. What is difficult is thinking about the long term. Why do you need one team member? Are you thinking about how many team members you may need next month? Are you thinking about how many team members you might need this quarter? What about this entire year? We're about to head into January of 2022, and a big part of my team's goals and initiatives, company-wide, including branches, is really helping to look at that strategy. Not only how many loan originators we're looking to add in Q1, but how is that going to impact our strategy for the rest of the year as well. So keep that in mind. Make sure that you're taking a look at the gaps in your current processes or your current responsibilities when you're thinking about adding a new team member and saying, does this require one team member or does it require 2? Could we maybe push this position back a couple months because there's actually another position that might be a higher priority just based off of the fact that this is a real need? Don't forget to implement that long-term strategy and something that needs to happen within the next couple of weeks, because it is definitely going to help pay off in the long term as well. And with that, I'm going to pass things off to the one and only Matt Gouge, who we are currently working on a requisition for. So Matt, please take it away.
Hey guys, Matt the mortgage guy out in California. I just want to start off by saying I'm excited to be on this sales meeting. I'm excited for an amazing 2022. I'm excited to see everyone around me grow. The first thing I want to talk about for 2022 and really beyond 2022, 2025, 2030, success is a choice. You either choose to succeed or you choose not to, whether that's in business, whether that's with your family, whether that's with your health. You either choose success or you choose to be unsuccessful, right? If you wake up every day choosing success, you have a plan. You put things in place. You have tasks that you know you need to get done to become successful. And you either do that and it's important to you and you get those things done or not, right? So in 2022, I encourage you, if your business is important to you, choose success. If family is important to you, choose success. If your health is important to you, choose success, because it is a choice. If you want to succeed, you will. You put a plan in place, you execute on that plan, success is inevitable, right? So get out there and crush 2022. Next thing I want to talk to you about is adding value. I probably say this time and time again, and it might get repetitive for people who've heard me say this before. I truly believe if you want to figure out how to dominate in business, the one thing you need to figure out how to do is how to add value. The cool part is, for me in California, for Amir in Michigan, for Kyle and Jimmy in Utah, for Karen in Washington, adding value can mean different things for different people, and you can add it in a number of different ways, right? You know, Todd Bitter adds value by answering his damn phone. Ben Lavender adds value by being the British mortgage broker with a funky accent and good looking, right? And so brokers across the country are adding value in different ways to bring in business. I personally like to add value by educating the consumer, by educating my realtor and referral partners, and doing that through video, because I know I can do it at scale, right? There's other things we do in our business. There's communication. There's helping folks get offers accepted on purchase deals. There's a ton of different things. But at the end of the day, the more value you add, the more business you get. It's as simple as that, right? And so find a way to add value. Add value to your referral partners, you'll get more business. If you can help a realtor double their business in 2022, that helps you. You're going to have more at-bats at that now increased business that realtor has because you helped them double. If you help a CPA get more accounting clients in 2022, you're adding value to their business. If you help a financial advisor put together a plan, start to create video content, and add new clients in 2022, who's the first person they're going to think of when they refer mortgage business? I do this with as many people as I possibly can. And I talked about it with somebody just yesterday, where if you can be a point of contact for folks and you're adding value, it might not have anything to do with your specific mortgage business. But if you tell people, listen, I've got a great roofer connection, I've got a great gutter guy, I've got somebody who's painting houses, does a great job at a great price. If you're the first person they think of when it comes to anything real estate, home remodel, mortgage related, right? They come to you as the trusted partner. Of course, when the mortgage comes up, they're going to think of you, right? But they're going to think of you at all times if you can be a trusted partner that adds value in more than one way. So in 2022, I encourage you, find a way to add value. Like I said, it's going to be different for everybody. Find your niche, find what you do well, but add value. And I promise you, you're going to add business and crush 2022. Thanks for having me, guys. Have a great one.
Thanks, Matt. Hi, everyone. It's Corie Meredith. So excited to be here on another sales meeting. And today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite quotes, and that is, nothing worth having comes easy. It's one of my favorite quotes because it continues to make us get better every day. If you're standing at the top of the mountain, you're not going to get there by crawling. You're going to get there by walking, working, and researching, putting in the work, putting in the hours, and getting the job done. That's something that we have to continue to do every single day. If you're not being better than yesterday, you're being worse. And it's all of our jobs to put in the effort. We are a team. We're not working here for one person. We're not working here for one branch or one mission. We are all together to create a goal of getting to the end together. And how do we do that? We do that by continuing to get better every single day, going the extra mile, putting in the time, and doing the work. When we're standing on top of our mountain of dreams, it's really going to be an effort to get there. And we can only do it if we're all in all the time together. So how do we get there? Scalability. This is such a huge thing that I cannot emphasize enough. In order for us to achieve our goals, we need to be scalable. We can't be worrying about one person. We have to be worrying about everyone. It's about team. We are a team. We're a nationwide mortgage company. Do people know who UMortgage is? That's our job to tell them. If you're trying to brand yourself, your reach is only as far as you are. If you're trying to brand UMortgage, your reach is exceptional. We have LOs across the country. Every consumer needs to know who UMortgage is because our brand has to be that strong. We have to be asking for referrals. We have to be putting in the feelings. Branding is more about just being visible. It's about the emotion that you're leaving people after you've worked with them. Did you have a good experience with them? Are you excited to ask them for a referral? Are you excited to ask them for a review? These are all the questions that you should be asking yourselves and asking your borrower throughout the process. In order to continue striving and to reaching our goals, we need to have those referrals in and out. How do we get there? Through scalability, messaging, and asking. Ask for referrals. If you're asking for them after the loan closes, it's too late. You need to ask for them at every stage throughout the loan. Did something just exciting happen? Ask them for a referral. Tell them this is your livelihood. This is your business. This is how you make your money. It's more than just putting your name out there. It's your reputation. It's UMortgage. We are in this together. And I promise you, the power of all is much stronger than the power of one. That's all I have for today. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Handing it off to Anthony to wrap it up.
Thank you, Corie. Just want to, show everybody, you heard from Matt Gouge. You heard from Corie. You heard from Melanie. Last week, I had somebody here visiting for the week, and they said to me, this person was a top LO in their state. So obviously very confident. And they said to me, hey, listen, Anthony, I'm the best at what I do. I crush it. What's the team like here? What are they, what's the quality? And with 100% confidence, I'm able to say to that person, and I say it every single day, every person in this building, every person on our team is the best at what they do. And I have enough confidence to say that in each of them, I know they're the best. To this person, I said, I don't know if you're the best at what you do. So I think you're going to come here and you're going to learn. You're going to have to level up because we run at a fast pace. We work every day with the same energy, with the same goal of winning, getting better every single day. And that's a mentality that not a lot of companies, not a lot of people operate out. So like you saw the energy from Melanie, you saw the energy from Corie. They're focused on achieving our goals. Everything we've talked about for the last 2 weeks has been getting ready for next week. Next Wednesday, we're going to present our 2022 goals to everybody. Next Wednesday, we're going to be doing it company-wide, Workplace Live. And you're going to see this isn't a loan officer only driven situation. Yes, do we need loan originators to bring in more business? Absolutely, but it's a team effort. Business development, marketing, recruiting, their goal, help our LOs, help our team grow by 50% each quarter over quarter, 50% growth. You think about that over the course of the year, that means you're going to quadruple your business over the course of the year. You're going to triple your business, over the course of 1 year. So first quarter, okay, well, number one goal, 50% increase from the fourth quarter. Now, how are you going to do that? How are we going to do that? Well, it's a team effort. It's not just loan officers going to knock on more doors and loan officers going to call more customers or get more business. That's not the way it works. It starts with marketing. How are we going to generate more leads? How are we going to optimize ourselves in a way that we're staying in front of our customers better, getting that one extra deal per day? How are we going to make sure maybe we do a mailer? Maybe we do a referral campaign. How are we making sure from a call coaching perspective that we're working with our salespeople to ask for referrals throughout the process? We sit there all the time. We ask LOs like, hey, when's the best time to ask for a referral from a customer? They'll say, oh, well, around the end of the process, right before you close. Wrong. Every single time you talk to them is the best time. This is not an event. Asking for a referral is not an event. It's an everyday thing. Hey, listen, the way I run my business, the reason I'm able to give you the best rates, the fastest service, the lowest cost is because we built a business not focused on spending a ton of money on marketing, but a ton of money on our value proposition so we can get referrals from you. You have a great experience with us, you get the best deal, you're going to refer us another customer. So ask every single time. So we're going to talk about all these things when we have our goal presentation. We're going to go through it. But every single team in the building is tied to these goals. This is not just a number that we said, hey, we're going to grow by 50%. That's it. There's been tedious planning to get to this point, to be able to sit there and say, hey, January 1st, we're 16 days away, right? We're all sprinting together. It's a 12-week year. It's not 52 weeks. People want to look at, 52-week year. That's a big goal. It takes a long time to get there. We look at it here, 12 weeks. Day one, first day of the year. Did we hit our quota for the day? Did we generate enough leads? Did we schedule enough appointments with real estate agents? Did we get in front of enough, referral partners? Like every single day is going to matter because each week that goes by, if you don't hit your goal, now you start to get in a bigger hole and a bigger hole. So big thing with this is making sure that everybody understands that it's a team effort. We're going to run 100% here. It's one thing I always tell people. It's like, we have a 0% chance of achieving our goals if we don't have 100% participation and contribution from every team member. 0% chance. So it's either we're all in or we're all out. And when I talk to everybody says, hey, we want to grow. We want to get 50% better. We want to go, while everybody else is going to go backwards next year, we want to be the company that doubled our business, tripled our business. Well, in order to do it, we got to make sure we're following the playbook. So next Wednesday, instead of the weekly sales meeting, we're going to have a special edition. We're going to focus on presenting these goals to everybody. It's an exciting process. It's an exciting time. It raises the bar. It's going to change the way we think about everything. But in order for us to accomplish it, understand, when we talk about Salesforce adoption, we're going to be talking about those partnership playbooks, the things that business development is going to put out there. Every single piece of the puzzle requires participation. So I want to talk a little bit about that. This next slide, this will be the last slide of the week is, this is a quote that I believe in very much. Excuses are the nails that you use to build a house of failure. You say a goal, and if the first thing out of your mouth or the first thing you're thinking is, well, I don't know if we could do that first quarter, maybe the second quarter, Anthony, you're giving yourself, you're right there. You haven't burned the boats. You're saying, hey, listen, we can't do that. I'm going to give up. That's not possible. If you give yourself permission to fail, if you tell yourself that it's okay to do it in the second quarter, it's not okay to do it in the first quarter, I just need a little bit more time, 3 months, it's January starting in a couple weeks. Yeah, you got 2 weeks to prepare. You got 2.5 weeks to prepare. You better get ready. We're going to be sprinting every day, and you have to be resourceful, and you have to think about your plan. Hey, when's the most effective time to do certain things? The things that we want to do that are more, take a little bit more time, take technology to develop it, take more resources. Hey, listen, we might not be able to deliver that till the second half of the first quarter. So in the first half, let's focus on the things that we can deliver quickly. Call coaching, training, making sure we're engaging our team members to help drive referrals, making sure we're driving social campaigns across all of our loan officers to help our reach. Tactical, be smart, manage your time, put together, like Melanie said, a strategy. You got to focus on the execution. So we're going to present our goals. Our team leader is going to get into the weeds with all of our LOs on how we're going to execute on this. But just understand, it's going to be a daily situation where we're going to be reaching out. Hey, did you do your part today? How's it going? Like everybody's got to do their part. So I want to talk about this right here, which is the goals aren't too big, number one. That's the biggest thing. So people hear 50% growth. People hear these goals and they're like, oh, that's too big. No, it's not too big. You decide, just like Matt Gouge said, you decide if you want to win. You decide you want to be successful. And we want to grow by 50%. So right now, we put the parameters together. Every single team's put their playbook together on how we're going to achieve these goals. So as long as we do our part and execute, we're going to achieve these goals each quarter. But it's all about showing up and doing it every day. So we break it down by the day. We don't think about this thing years. Talk about a 12-week year. Now we even break down to the week and then the day. What did you have to do today? Just think about this. Did you make your calls today? We all said we're going to do 50 calls. Great. Did you do it? Did you reach out to your realtors today? Did you get in front of any realtors today? How many applications? These are questions. Did you post on social? Did you respond to all the comments on the post on social? Like every single detail matters. So we're going to break it down at the day-by-day level basis, guys, and there's going to be accountability. You're going to hold us accountable. You run the playbook and you don't achieve the goal, we don't achieve the goal, that's on us. You'll hold us accountable. You run the playbook and you don't achieve the goal, you run the playbook, you fail to run the playbook, but we did everything right. We put all the tools in place. Now you're holding the team back. And just, all the incentives, everything here is going to be tied together. We win as a team, we lose as a team. But for this 12-week year, we're all in on making it happen. So one of the things we're going to be doing, and this will be a part of the presentation next week, is we're doing a contract. We talked about it a little bit last week. One-page contract. It'll be on the wall right here in the office. Here's our goals. Here's the things that we are looking to do to achieve our goals by each and every team. Every team member is going to sign the contract. It's accountability. It's acknowledgement. We're in this together. I am telling you, we're going to go all in for you. We're going to do everything we can do to help you grow by 50%, to make sure we got our NPS score to be best in class. We have a best in class customer experience. What does a best in class customer experience do? It creates more referrals. It creates more customers that refer new customers to us. We're going to make sure our eNPS, our team member experience, is best in class. What does that do? That means our team members stay here for a longer period of time. They're happy to be here. They're going to move up with our organization. They're engaged, and they're going to deliver a great customer experience. We're going to make sure we get our application to clear to close all in calendar days down to 14 days and no higher than that. Why is that important? Again, going back to experience is everything, making sure customers get a great experience, efficient, fast, loans are not clogged in the pipeline. And all of these things come back to one major thing, which is we're focused on achieving our goals. This is something Matt Gouge said to me a couple weeks ago. He said, Anthony, you owe it to me, you owe it to Amir, you owe it to Karin, you owe it to Jimmy, you owe it to all your team members, and you owe it to yourself to make sure that you're in a great position every single day. You put yourself in a position to come in, give your best, and be successful. And that mindset is exactly right. You owe it to yourself to achieve big goals. You owe it to yourself to be successful. For wherever you were before, doesn't matter. Right now, you've got the team. We've got the team. We've got the playbook. We got all the resources. And now we're going to go out and win together as a team. But there's no days off. We have to hold each other accountable. It's going to be hard. Trying new systems, Salesforce, it's going to be hard. Changing behavior is always going to be hard. But it's understanding that you have to do it because it's not just about you. It's about the team. It's about the commitment to the team. And it's about showing up for the team every single day because guess what? The team's going to show up for you every day. So great weekly sales meeting. Looking forward to seeing everybody next week when we talk about the 2022 goals. Have a great day.